Hey, what's this?
It's called a bullet. You shoot people with it. Hey, what's this?
It's called water. It's wet. Hey, what's this?
It's called beer. You drink it. Hey, what is this?
It's called a book. You read it. Hey, what's this?
It's called a Benjamin. You blinker it. Hey, what is this?
You can't call them that anymore. They prefer to be called people.
Jesus Christ, man, this fucking sucks. This is the BVS of podcast intros.
This is the BVS of podcasts.
True. Actually, no, we don't have the niche loyal cult following that BVS.
No.
We
It's the
wish
BVS
we
of
did.
podcast because it started really strong, but by the time we're in our third act,
Ooh.
which is now, it just sucked.
Yeah. Banger.
It's the BVS of podcast because at one point it was a franchise that had real great potential, and then by the end of it, it's just awful.
It's the BVS of podcasts because it's two people who have no reason to hate each other, but the
Yet
narrative
they
tells
do.
them to hate each
But
other,
yet I
so they
hate
do.
you.
I despise you. With
Today's
all my
episode
soul.
is cool though because
But
we
by
have
the end of this, we will love each other because one of us will sacrifice ourselves
by the end of this we'll
for-
love each other because we'll be so drunk that we just are forced to.
for skin.
This episode is special though. We've got a live
This episode
studio
is-
audience.
This episode is sponsored by Robin
Beer.
Gohika. Robin Gohika, the beer store.
This episode is made possible by Bappel, except for I don't have any yet. If you want to send us some Bappel,
Yeah. DM me on Instagram at Savage Comics if you got a Bappel hookup.
go ahead and text me at
That's not your phone
615-789-8753.
number.
You want to bet?
No, but last time you did that bit, it wasn't your real phone number.
Right, it
so-
wasn't this time either.
Yeah, I figured.
So we watched
Shout
PBS.
out to Zack Snyder. He's the blueprint.
He is the blueprint.
For real?
No.
For real?
Zack Snyder's got better CGI than NASA.
And NASA, yeah,
You know
that's
what's funny?
true.
That's a meme I sent Daniel this week. I can't show it. We're just gonna talk about it for a second.
It's just Google Artemis 2 moon, Man of Steel moon. You'll probably see the pictures.
Funniest thing, that shot's not from Man of Steel.
Is it
It's
not?
from Transformers.
Really?
Yeah, it's from the Dark Side of the Moon
That's
Transformers. movie.
hilarious.
It's so funny.
So Michael Bay has better CGI than NASA.
Which
I mean, it's
probably
one
true.
thing if. Yeah, I mean, it's one thing if Zack Snyder has better CGI than NASA, but for Michael Bay to CGI Mog fucking NASA,
I don't know. I
dude,
feel like the one thing that those Transformers movies were good at was their CGI. Like I feel like they were good.
That's true. I
So
guess.
we watched Man of. Send this to someone you know who just is really into Zack Snyder.
Send this to someone you know who served in the IDF.
Send
Or
this to
don't,
someone
probably.
you know who knows Gal Gadot. Hey, call us. Call us. We want you on the podcast. Call us.
Send this to Gal Gadot.
Oh yeah. Send this to your mother. Hey, call us. We want you on the podcast. Call us.
Send this to your mother if she's Gal Gadot.
Hey, call us.
Send
Send this to Nancy Pelosi. Gotta mention all names.
Yeah, gotta mention the OG. Send this to someone who gets their jeans wet. I don't know.
Send this to someone you know who frequently pisses in containers instead of the
Yeah,
toilet.
yeah. Send this to someone who cannot tell the difference between piss and Granny's peach tea.
Send this to someone you know who's constantly making noises that sound like they're cumming their pants.
Send this to someone who um likes Jolly Ranchers.
Mm. Send this to someone who hates someone else for no reason at all. Or no, I take that back. Send this to someone you know who hates someone else because they're just them and they can't get along with their own personality.
Yeah, so we watched Batman versus Man of
We watched Man of Steel 2,
Justice,
aka
Dawn of
BVS.
Steel.
Batman v Superman, not versus V.
Right. V. Batman Virginity Superman. He took his V card. Superman was a virgin, believe it or not, before
I would believe that, given as he was so
before
horny he got in the bathtub with his pants on, but we'll get there.
right. But he kept them on the whole time. They just I mean, you
Well,
can't
we
really
figured
call it
that one
dry
out. Our friend
humping
Bobbin
'cause it
helped us
was
figure that one out. He doesn't have a cock, so he had to leave his
no,
pants
I
on.
think we decided he does have a cock because the L family tree continued to have sex
Oh, right, they're
despite
weird mutant
the
freaks.
they're
But Jarrell
mutant
said
freaks of
that
Krypton.
Jarrell said that Clark was the first.
Maybe Jor-El was okay. So hear me out. So he's a scientist, right?
Oh, he genetically
He
created a cock.
genetically created a penis for himself so that he could impregnate his wife, aka
So
you
is
embarrassed
it
me in
just
front of
the men? The
Vanessa.
men don't have penises, but the women still have vaginas?
I mean, I guess so, right? Like, why eliminate both, really?
I mean, I feel
I
like
mean, why
why
not? I mean,
eliminate
why
just
not? I mean,
one?
maybe both. Maybe he made a fake pussy for Vanessa too. Like, that's
Hmm.
either way. Point is, it's it's natural birth, but it's through his scientific genetic
See, I kind of like the
expertise.
idea of them being weird mutant freaks.
It is, yeah. Okay. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's
Hmm.
the Jor-El
Yeah,
family
this
line.
matters.
This is more important than the plot of BVS. Let's be
It's
fucking
more
real.
interesting for sure.
Um, the Jor-El family line, the L's, the House of L, Krypton reference.
Maybe
They're
L
all
means penis on Krypton.
they on my world it means penis, and because they stayed fucking even after the like they I mean they kept fucking even when no one else had a pussy. Like they were just dry rubbing on that Ken doll shit. Like, but then eventually they kept it get to Vanessa L. She ain't got no pussy. He genetically makes a pussy for her, makes Superman with his mutant freak Kryptonian penis,
Hmm.
natural birth, reverse Jesus metaphor. And that's why Doomsday doesn't have a cock later in this movie.
That makes
That
sense.
and Lex Luthor is transgender.
Yeah, we did discuss this.
I think we decided
Yeah,
that. I
I
think I
think
decided that for
well
all of
here's the
us.
problem. The problem is
This movie is the
we
problem.
keep trying to present this as if it's a sequel to Man of Steel, and it just
It okay.
isn't.
I mean, it is.
Well, okay, but the only character from or the main character who's a holdover from Man of Steel to this movie, Superman, is not the same
Yes,
character he is in that movie,
that's true.
especially
That
at
is
the end.
very true. He's I don't know. I mean, you think he's not the same character at all. I think he's similar enough to the original beginning Clark Kent pre-Superman Henry Cavill character. But I think he went through a clear arc in that movie that this movie ignored. It didn't exist. He went through this arc of, oh, I can't, I shouldn't, I can't kill. I have to,
Well,
I should help
it's
people.
I can't reveal who I am because it's dangerous. Never mind. I'm gonna be the hero and I'm gonna save people. And then in this movie, it's like, should I save people? It's like, let's do the same arc again, but without coming from this sympathetic place. Like, he doesn't come from a sympathetic place in this. He's just like, you should
No, I mean
be.
it's I mean, and you said this when we were watching it. You said this should have been a Batman movie in which Superman is just the villain of, which
Correct.
I don't necessarily agree, but it does feel like that was the original intent because Superman feels much less like an actual character and more like a characterization to fit the villain role. Like even though he's I mean he's basically dual protagonists with Batman somehow.
There's no protagonist in this movie,
No, everyone is the antagonist. There's three antagonists in this movie, and
and
then
all
also
three of them,
Zod Mutant.
and two of the three of them suck.
No, I think they all suck.
I like aspects of Batman in this movie. As
I
much
mean,
as...
yeah, he's all right. He's cool.
So let's do a rough plot
Let's
breakdown.
talk about the movie.
People
I
have
guess.
talked this movie to death. So let's do a rough breakdown. It opens with
Okay, so basically, Son of Krypton versus Bat of Gotham. And that's the movie.
you do not want to pick
Clark
a fight.
Kent meets Bruce Wayne.
You do not want to pick a fight with this person.
God, I hate him.
I do. Yeah,
He'll
we'll
suck
get
a
there.
Jolly
We'll get
Rancher
there. He hasn't been
bum.
introduced yet.
But we'll get there. Yeah. So we
it opens
introduce
with Batman's parents dying.
of course, which I'll talk about because this is my favorite. My favorite part of this movie. Not really, but
I don't have a favorite part of this movie.
it's just my favorite part of this movie is when it ends. But no, but the funniest part of this, not just this movie, just the Zack Snyder DCU whole spiel, which is that he so clearly in my eyes cast fucking Jeffrey Dean
Morgan.
Morgan and
What do we call him? Jeffrey Dean Epstein?
Jeffrey Negan Epstein and the Glenn's girlfriend from Walking Dead. He clearly cast both these Walking Dead guys because he wanted them to be the Flashpoint versions of their character. Like in no way would he have cast this woman with a super creepy smile and this guy who seems like an older, grittier version of Batman who kills, which is just this version
And
of
I
Batman
think
also,
same
but...
thing with Barry's dad in Justice League, but I guess we'll get there next week, except for they recast him when they did a Flashpoint movie. But Barry's dad in Justice League is also one of those where it's like...
he wasn't a huge part of Flashpoint, was he?
I think he had a decent-ish role.
I mean, other than he's to an extent
he's the catalyst, yeah.
Right, the catalyst of it, but he's not. But other than that, it's just like,
But he had one scene in prison.
He saves his,
and they cast like
I
a
just mean
well-known-ish guy.
It was it was the guy who played. I mean, he's not super known, but he's a Zack Snyder alum. He was Dr. Manhattan in Watchmen.
Right.
I don't remember.
But then they recast him for the Flash.
They recast him with someone else whose name I don't remember because it doesn't matter and who cares. And that's not the movie we're talking about. We're talking about
and we're introduced to the most
better movie than The Flash.
True. We're introduced to the most, I guess, inconsistent, or no, the most consistent character in this movie, which is dialogue from a 13-year-old's Tumblr post.
True.
When Batman says, I don't remember much of the dream, but I remembered they carried me into the light, or whatever he says. And it just makes you groan a little bit.
Yeah.
And then after that opening scene, we cut to...
Zack Snyder is...
the Blueprint.
Iconically a closeted gay man.
And the Blueprint.
And the Blueprint, of course, yes. Also... Restore the Snyderverse. Fuck James Gunn. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse.
Hashtag Diaper
Comment
Man.
down below if you hate James Gunn and Diaper Man.
That's an
But
interesting thing I want to talk about, but I'll
we'll
probably
talk
save it for
about the
later.
diaper man of it all. Yeah.
Not the Diaper Man. I
But
want to talk about the Snyder Bros kind of thing because this
oh, the
movie.
Snyder cult of it all.
Well, the Snyder Bros have kind of become synonymous with the anti woke, kind of hyper conservative,
Yeah, which is
and this movie's
weird
not
given
that
that. Yeah, and I mean,
at
and
all.
Snyder isn't that. Snyder is very woke. Like he's, I mean, he's what I'd call base because I think base and woke are, um, yeah, not they're not mutually exclusive. But I digress. Um, no, so, I mean, this movie, it is. I get it. I get where the
Well, it's very aggressive and it's very kind of hyper masculine and that kind of
it's the
thing,
hyper
but it's
masculinity
also very gay.
which comes from
It's
Zack Snyder
very
being a
gay.
well the hyper masculinity, which is a you know anti woke conservative kind of thing. That whole thing comes from a closeted gay place. Like
Sure. Sure. So maybe this is kind of the perfect
it's gay
anti-woke
people.
movie.
It's when a gay man really likes men's bodies and is so deeply closeted that he can't confront that, and so he makes some badass, hyper masculine. It's all about focusing on men. It's all about men because men are awesome, not because I want to have sex with them, just because they're freaking awesome and so cool and dope and they aura farm and also Jesus metaphor, whatever.
Mm, I don't think
And
we're
that's
gonna.
this movie
I don't know if we're gonna
basically.
make the 40 minutes, man.
I think we can. We don't really need to talk about this movie that
So,
much.
well, I do want to talk about the
Jimmy
next scene
Olsen
because it's the best
is
scene in the movie, in my opinion. Immediately following Batman's parents dying, we cut to Batman's perspective on Superman doing multiple
right.
9/11s. How many
True.
9/11s would you say? 9?
9/11s at least, yeah.
Okay, let's see. 9 times 9 divided by 11.
That is
That's
not how that works.
that's 7.
6, 7?
No, just 7.
That's not. Yeah, sure, but that's not how that fucking 9/11 math works at all. It wasn't. It was a date. It wasn't a number of
Yeah, but
tragedies.
Superman rushes in. I had a thing on this, but I got shot down pretty quickly by both you and Bobbin. But
The
um,
Batman does a fucking
he
commercial for
he does a
Mercedes,
commercial for
and then
Mercedes, but
he
it's really
saves
cool, and I
someone.
love him just
It is,
running into
yeah, it's cool.
Metropolis, and he saves that little girl, but her dad was in the building, and she's dead, and it's a really cool
I don't think it
scene.
ever said that her dad died.
Well,
I think she was just some little.
he asks where are
Oh,
your
did
he
she?
asks like where are your parents, and then she points at a building
Yeah,
that's
no,
been
you're
just
right.
demolished by
You're right. You're
Superman.
right. You're right for that,
Which it
twin.
does
Yeah.
bring some levity to us joking about how there are like Superman, and it also just like it confirms our point of Superman doing a ton of 9/11s,
He
like
did. He did several night. I mean, this was it's the 9/11 of Metropolis
which
for
I do
sure. Like
wish like they kind of go into it in this movie, like the public is kind of anti Superman, but the government is pro Superman. Like the government, and it's a weird dynamic, but
kinda.
I like it. Like the government is kind of like we need Superman, and the public is kind of like, hey, this guy killed a lot of us and our families, and so many people are dead because of him.
I mean, kind of. It's weird though, because the public is like
Both pro and against Superman.
for the most part they don't even seem to be complaining about the 9/11 thing. It's just, I mean, there's like maybe one mention of it, but most of it is focused on the one African lady who says Superman like killed her village, and then a bunch of like fucking like wannabe political commentators talking about how like, oh, it's a Superman. He didn't save this person, so he doesn't care about saving anyone.
True. Yeah.
which is just like the most fucking like asinine fucking like harebrained fictional political Superman commentary take of all time. Like, shut up, you
Which
know?
I'm not. I always like the public turns on Superman. I think that's a good.
I mean,
I think Superman 2025
it's
did it really well. Superman Returns
yeah.
even I think did it pretty well.
I guess. I mean, it's interesting, and I like
It's
it,
it's
and
one
it's
of the most
fine. It's
interesting
just
ways to do a Superman
usually
story
it's
because
usually not
there's
done super well. Even in Superman 2025, like it was good. I like the his parents are evil, so now everyone hates him. But it was still just like such a
well,
like,
it's an easy
oh, how do we
way.
get everyone to hate this guy who's so cool? What if we made
It's
everyone hate him?
it's a way to add tension to a character that doesn't have
Sure.
tension because that's difficult. Like
Yeah, and yeah,
and
for
other
sure, I
than
get it.
kryptonite, if you want to avoid which this movie uses kryptonite, but if you want to avoid just like doing kryptonite again,
I
how do
mean,
you
it's
add tension?
the two ways you the two Superman kryptonites, kryptonite being used as a media term are, of course, kryptonite and his, I don't know, humanity, his empathy. In this, it's I guess briefly Lois, but for the most part, it's Martha. Lex kidnaps him, but we'll
Mm.
get there, or her, but we'll get there. Um, but yeah, those are the two routes for Superman. De-escalating, depower scaling is either kryptonite, it makes him weak, it's magic, it's green, it makes him weak, or he's got emotions and that makes him weak because he's Superman, but he's still a person and he still cares about people.
So
And both are kind of stupid, but
Jimmy Olsen gets shot in the dome.
he gets shot and killed. Superman kills some terrorists, and Aura farms, not necessarily in that order.
Well, he's always aura farming.
That's true.
I will say, or
Then
the Superman's aura farming in this movie not as cool as it is in Man of Steel.
ooh, I don't know.
Batman's aura farming in this movie bodies Man of Steel entirely. I don't think
I don't know.
Superman's got like two great aura farming
He
scenes.
doesn't have as many, but I feel like the ones that he does go all out in kind of body the Man of Steel
See,
one.
I don't know. I don't think anything touches the scene where he walks out of the fortress for the first time in Man of Steel.
I don't know that
That's the
him
most
float
aura.
him floating in the, it's like, it's stupid giving the context, but him floating in the sky when he's rescuing the people who spray painted the Superman logo.
I think that that first
Tough,
flight scene
dude.
in Man of Steel, like there's that's got
Yeah, I
so
don't
much
know.
aura.
Him
And the
in
voiceover, the
space in
Jor-El
this. Him
voiceover,
and the Russell Crowe voiceover adds a lot, I will
they
say.
will stumble behind you. They will fall.
They will fall, but in time,
They will join you in the
they will
sun.
join you in the sun.
Like that.
I was
That's
in Sam Raimi's The Quick and the Dead, and I did a shitty Western accent.
but yeah. Now Batman does some aura farming in this movie. Let's do this. Let's jump. Let's do
Let's talk
the
about the Batman of
well.
it
Let's
all.
let's talk about the Batman as a character, and then let's talk about the conflict. Because Superman's character in this movie is, he is mad at Batman
For some reason,
because Batman is killing people by branding them. That's why he's mad that
yeah.
he's killing people by branding them where they get
Well, he
shanked in prison.
first starts. It starts off because he's investigating the one.
The one guy who
Who
got
was
branded in
it?
prison, who was a human trafficker. He was a human trafficker, but he got branded in
No,
prison and then stabbed.
I thought he started investigating before that.
I don't think so. I think that was his
No,
investigation the whole time
was
because
that the?
that's Batman's
Okay,
introduction is when he sends the human trafficker to prison.
right.
So Batman is branding people
Which
with
is
a
so
It's
stupid. Let's get
dumb,
that out of
but
the way. It's so dumb, and I hate it. But it's also not enough of a
it's
reason for Superman to
fine.
want to fucking
It's fine.
kill this. It's fine. It's
I
fine.
think the
I mean,
thing
it's
that gets
dumb,
me
but
is
it's
like
like
Superman in this universe fine with killing people. I'm cool with that. I've never been. I said this last week. I've
yes,
never
yeah.
been
I mean, it's
super
fine.
against Superman killing. I think Superman, let him kill people. It's fine. Um, it's the fact that Superman is upset about this case in particular when
Hmm.
the person who was arrested and killed in prison was he was trafficking women, and this makes
Right, human women at that.
human women, and this makes Superman mad because
Well,
Batman
no,
put this man to
you don't get it.
death.
He went to the police station, and that guy's wife
Oh yeah, he said
and child were conveniently there. And she said he might have been a bad guy, but he was still a
he was a
father.
father. He might have taken all of these young women and sold them into sex slavery, but
But
he
he was
has a
still a father.
son.
Look at his crying little kid that's here crying in the background and making Dalton think that it's his kid crying in the background. Look at this little kid crying in the police station precinct. Look at him crying. Don't you feel bad for this fucking piece of shit? Human trafficking son of a bitch, fucking scumbag. Don't you feel so bad the Batman branded him and sent him to his
And I
death?
I
It's like, shut
know
up, Superman, you fucking dork.
I know in things that have happened in the last 10 years, human trafficking has taken on a maybe more real context in the real world. Like I think it has more
Sure.
real understandings and
Yeah. I
implication.
mean, I think
But
like I mean
even at this time,
I get what you're getting at, but it's like also if you I I I I don't know. I mean, you got to be pretty removed from reality to just to just think of human trafficking as just like, oh, it's just a funny little plot device that could never
right?
happen to me. Even if you're not if you're blissfully unaware to anything going on in the world, like to see that and just be like, oh, that's just like it's just like a funny little
Well, once
plot.
again,
He's
I
just
mean, I think it's
trafficking
kind of
some
like I
broads.
think at this point, like, and
No, I mean,
yes,
I get what you're getting at for
like
sure. It's
you could
just
kind of
it's a
group that into the same thing as like mobsters or whatever. Like it's a thing, It's
yeah.
it,
I get what you're going for. I get what you're saying. I just it's just I don't know.
well, I'm just saying, like we know more now than we did
Culturally,
then.
yes.
Yeah,
I'm not
culturally,
disagreeing with you. I'm disagreeing with the culture.
yeah. Um, but that's weird. But and this is my biggest problem with the movie. I said this throughout the whole time we were watching it.
Hmm.
Superman and Batman's disagreement is Superman is mad that Batman is killing people,
Right.
despite the
Yeah.
fact that Superman kills people. Batman is mad that Superman kills people, despite the fact that Batman kills people. And it just feels like a really dumb setup for a disagreement and a fight. Like it just doesn't feel. It feels dumb. Like it's not a good setup for this conflict because it's so weak. Like it's the answer to this is both of you examine yourself. Both of you think about your own actions for a second and you'll have more grace for the other person, which maybe that's just an allegory for the real world and maybe that's what Zack Snyder was going for. I don't know. But if both of them just took a second to think, oh, we're really doing the same thing here, which is the Martha scene, but we'll get there. Then they would both just come to the conclusion of, oh yeah, we're kind of both equally messed up and we're kind of both doing the same thing. And I think that's what frustrates me so much about this movie. I kind of rewrote it as we were going through it, and it's like Batman needs a motivation for wanting to fight Superman, but you can just use the Metropolis thing for that. They set that up great. Superman doesn't really need a motivation for wanting to kill Batman just because that's how Lex's plan works. So you don't need any of this, you could shave a solid 45 minutes off of this movie by just
No,
cutting
I mean,
out the
I
whole.
think more than anything, I think Lex Luthor because obviously he's got, I mean, somewhat some bullshit explanation of a motivation for hating Superman. But what he needs a motivation to hate Batman. He needs some reason other
So
than
I
him
think
genuinely thinking that Batman can eliminate the Superman problem for him, which is insane to think. If you know nothing about Batman other than this like folklore of like, oh, it's some spooky guy who like brands prisoners and kills people and Batman. Like, if you don't know about the whole Batman prep time fucking balling like that, there's no way you think Batman can take care of this super alien
I
threat for you,
think the
which is
Batman
clearly
Superman
his big
fight,
problem for this.
and this might be me reading too much into it. I think the Batman Superman fight is supposed to be a distraction from Doomsday. I think it's
I
supposed to be
guess,
there
but all I feel
because
like all the Doomsday
remember
stuff happens like
Gotham in this universe is across the street, right? It's right there.
sure, yeah,
So I
it
think
is.
what Lex is trying to do is to distract the two people who are around who could stop Doomsday before he gets too strong. And this is stupid, but I think it's what they're going for. It's the only way it makes sense in my mind. He's trying to keep the two of them busy so that he can make Doomsday because something in his brain said this is what I need to do because he's a crazy person. That's my
I
read.
guess,
That's
yeah. I
my
mean, why
read
not?
on the
Sure,
plot.
that's yeah. That's good. Fucking,
And it
that's good
doesn't
enough for
work
me.
clearly
It's
because they wind
stupid,
up
but
teaming
yeah,
up. But either way, like if Batman kills Superman, which he almost did, if Batman kills
right. He
Superman,
was
then there's
surprisingly
nobody
close.
left to stop this world-ending doomsday person. And
This
it's all for
Doomsday,
Steppenwolf to come, which is a Justice League setup.
right? Set up.
Um but yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just
So,
it's weak. It's weak, and you don't need. This was my whole point with all this. You don't need to give Clark a reason to want to kill Batman, and you could shave off so much unnecessary stuff in this movie if you
but
cut
then
all of that out.
but then you wouldn't have the Bruce Wayne meets Clark Kent.
But you could still do
So,
that one.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
You
You
could
could just
still
have him
completely
be
do
at
that
that
one.
party for a different, yeah, yeah. No, I do think you said when we were
I
watching,
you could still do
it
Clark
would have been very
investigating
fun.
Batman, but you don't need the Superman disliking
Sure,
Batman thing.
sure. Right. No, but you said when we were watching, when we were on that scene specifically, it would have been way more fun if Bruce and Clark started out being like friendly with each other, like they were fun and friendly and cool, maybe a little suspicious or whatever, a little, but had it started out with them being like, just like they rocking with each other, they cool, and then as Superman starts to investigate him more, he realizes, this is the Batman, and then
Well, that's what I would have
Batman, he
done
realizes,
in
he's the
that's
Superman.
what I would have done in
Wow,
lieu of the Martha scene in my
sure,
rewrite of this.
okay,
Is instead
sure,
of the Martha scene, it would have been one of the two of them realizing who the other one is. And
right.
then and maybe it's Clark. He's down there. He knows, and he's like, "Hey, Bruce, it's me. It's Clark Kent." And they've already kind of like
He goes,
established,
Bruce, wait, no,
which
no,
does
we're
the same
buddies,
thing, right?
remember?
It does the same thing because the Martha scene is a Batman realizing Superman's humanity despite the fact he's an alien.
Right.
And if they've kind of got this like kind of relationship throughout where they're like kind of going back and forth, but they respect each other or they like each other even, like you still get that same idea of like, oh, he's just a guy, you know? But
Dude, I
instead
mean,
we
he's
don't get any
literally
of that.
just a guy.
So let's Lex Luthor. We got like 15 minutes left. Lex Luthor is just the worst.
He sucks. He loves his Jolly Ranchers, though, man.
he
He's
he
fucking. He loves being autistic as fuck.
his plan is I'm gonna just try to rough outline it and correct me
What is his
where I'm
plan
incorrect.
exactly? Try and explain it to me like I'm a mentally disabled child under
So
your
so
care.
basing it on my assumption, which I already mentioned,
Hmm.
which is because Lex is crazy, I guess somehow he's already researched Kryptonian technology. He knows he can make this abomination. He knows Steppenwolf is coming to Earth.
Well, we know he's done some sort of investigation into the Kryptonian shit because he found the kryptonite.
And he
He's
specifically requests
clearly
Zod's body.
right. He's
So
clearly very invested in the whole Krypton shtick,
he
which is
knows
fine.
he wants to
Stupid.
make Doomsday. My
Hmm.
Doomsday.
My Doomsday.
So he wants to make Doomsday, and he needs Superman and Batman to both be distracted while he does it. So he sets out, and he doesn't like Superman. It's not like a
Right.
Superman 2025 thing where he just like where they actually explain why he doesn't like him because he's
No,
jealous
he just
and
he
he
does
hates
no
aliens and
he doesn't like him because he is the stereotypical caricature of a atheist redditor, and
God, man, he
Superman
is. It's
is
this movie is so
Jesus.
Reddit coded.
That's what it is. Superman or
No,
Lex Luthor
because
is a
I've been
redditor
saying
and Superman is Jesus.
it's a 13-year-old's Tumblr post, but it's not. It's the subreddit I'm
Mm,
14 and this is deep.
that too, yeah. Which I mean, I don't know it personally, but I have to assume a lot
A
of it
lot of
is
it is
that the
screenshots from a
similar
13-year-old's
2013
Tumblr. Yeah.
Tumblr, yeah.
Um,
But
but yes, he's got this. He doesn't like Superman because Superman claims to be all powerful and all good, and God can't be
which
both.
he
Both.
doesn't.
He never does. No,
I don't think Superman ever
he never
claimed
even
that,
claims to be
right?
good
Like
because he's the villain of this movie.
mm,
Um.
Truth Nuke.
But he needs to distract both of them so that he can create Doomsday. So his elaborate plan is, first of all, he's going to turn the public against Superman by framing him of the murder of a village.
Hmm.
So he does that at first, and he gets the trial going. At the he blows up the trial. He gives a guy in a wheelchair a bomb, and he blows up the trial.
Right, wheelchair guy that Bruce Wayne saved at the beginning of this movie, and then
Right. Which
for seemingly no reason, Lex manipulated Bruce into thinking he hated him or something.
I think it's more like Bruce. It was trying to just keep Bruce's attention on it. Keep him looking at this thing and this trial to keep him angry at Superman
Right,
because he's
which I
pitting the
mean,
two of
it
them against each
didn't.
other.
I mean, it worked ultimately to get them to fight, but it also, like, in the context of him being shown those letters, like they'd been coming for years, right? And no one had.
Well, I mean, 18 months presumably.
Okay, sure, yeah,
And they were
18 months,
checks.
a
They
year
were
and a half.
checks that were being bounced because Bruce was paying the wheelchair
Right. It was
guy,
he was paying wheelchair guy, and they were getting, yeah. Lex was
but Lex was intercepting them, sending them back to Bruce.
right.
Um, so Lex he gets this whole trial kind of thing going in the background behind the scenes. He blows it up, and Superman doesn't save the people despite the fact that he could.
He could have saved at least some of them, but eh,
And so while he's doing all of that, so that's kind of the Superman side of things or the Batman side of things. He's also been the one who is sending Clark Kent because he knows Clark Kent's Superman. Clark Joe.
Clark Joe.
You kind of sound like Kermit when you do that.
I was thinking more Yoda, but
Mm,
I see either one.
I'm
Yeah,
both Frank Oz.
both green puppets. Yeah, they're all the
Um,
same to me.
he
What?
he's been sending Clark information about Batman for the case he's working on. So he's been kind of building
Right.
both of them this information, and it all comes to a head in the scene that is the transition from this movie being not great but interesting to this movie sucks.
It is what I'd say is the last good scene in this movie, which is Batman and Superman fighting. Obviously, it's Batman vs Superman.
I don't think it's a
Um,
great scene, but you and Bobbin both do, so that's fine.
I mean, I think it's at least. I personally think it's a great scene. I'd say at least it's a good scene. Like, I don't think you can deny that. Like,
It's
it's
fun. It's
good,
just
dude.
nothing.
It's fun. What is good if not fun?
But it's nothing. But anyway, so
It's
so
nothing. It's no fight
Lex
scene is
Lex
anything. It's people fucking punching each other. What
Lex
do you
in his
mean?
big master plan kidnaps Lois Lane, and because Superman has disappeared at this point, and so Lex kidnaps Martha Kent and Lois Lane, and he hides Martha Kent somewhere. Lex doesn't even know where it is. I don't remember how they
Right?
find out where it
KG
is.
Beast knows where she. They don't explain it. It's
Okay,
just
cool.
that Batman just goes there. Yeah.
And Lex throws Lois off a building because he knows Superman will come and save her. And he does, and then he goes back up, and this is when Lex gets just unbearable. This is when he calls him Clark Joe, and I like it.
I do. I like Clark Joe. Yeah,
Clark
that's
Joe.
good. But Clark Joe.
But Lex is like, "Where is she?" Or Clark is like, "Where is she?" And he goes, "I don't know. I wouldn't let him tell me." And I'm like, "Dude, just shut up." But basically, the ultimatum
anything
is,
else in this. I just hate Lex.
and
Like,
this
he
goes
just
back
sucks.
to my point. This is where it really solidifies. Superman didn't need a reason to hate Batman because Lex gives
Right, no, that's
Superman an
true,
ultimatum.
yeah.
He's like, "Hey, you're gonna go fight Batman, or I'm gonna kill your mom."
He tells him, "Go kill Batman, or I'll kill your mom." Which, why? Why do you want Batman dead? What is
Once
what is
again,
your reason?
I think it's all the distraction
you-
from Doomsday. I think it's
all.
all.
I guess. Yeah.
I need to get Superman out of Metropolis so that I can make Doomsday. I really think that's what it
Sure.
boils down to. That's the only explanation I can think of.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
And
it's
it would have
just-
worked had Batman killed Superman. So I think it still kind of finishes out like it works.
Sure.
So Clark, he goes to
But
fight,
then they fight. It's
and
a cool fight scene.
and the whole
and-
fight really boils down to Superman trying to tell Batman, "Hey, Lex is trying to pit us against each other, and
Right.
we can't let him do that." And Batman saying, "I hate you and I want you dead." Like, that's what it boils down to. Also,
Right. Pretty
Superman,
much. Yeah.
Superman gets his dome rocked in this fight.
He gets fucking dog walked here. Yeah.
Like, completely. He doesn't
Like,
even put up
no
a fight,
doubt about
really.
it.
Which makes sense, I guess,
Yeah.
contextually.
I mean, until
but-
it's really weird because right when he starts to put up a fight at the end, when he locks in when Batman's punching him, it's a super cool scene.
he just gets hit with another round of kryptonite bombs.
He just gets, it's like immediately he gets kryptonite bombed, and then Batman
Puts the
is
rope on him.
is about to stand us, or yeah, he swings him around, and then
Also-
he's like about to stab him with the spear, and
Do
then
you
the
know how
Martha scene.
strong you would have to be to do that to another man?
I mean, he's in a big armored mech suit, but
I guess that's true. I forgot about that.
also, I mean, he's pretty strong. You saw him doing those pull-ups, or you saw
Right,
him
he was
fucking
he was
lugging, you saw him
smacking
lugging that tire. Yeah, dude. Fucking, what do you mean?
And then this is the famous Martha scene,
Right.
which people have tried and
save
tried.
Martha,
People have
Martha,
tried to
Martha,
justify
Martha.
it every way they can. And it's just stupid.
When I'm in a coping competition and my opponent is a Martha defender,
Like there's no coping with Martha, dude.
it's nothing.
So
It's not. It's
stupid.
nonsense. It's stupid. Like,
It's
It sucks.
dumb. Like, it
it's
sucks.
dumb.
And
It's so goddamn.
and the
dumb.
movie's all downhill from here because while they're doing this, Lex has
Pretty much,
made
yeah. We
he's
get
made
like
Doomsday.
2, maybe 3 more cool moments, and that's
Well, I mean,
it.
we get the
Doomsday
warehouse
comes
scene, I
out.
guess.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Warehouse scene. Batman kills some guys,
Yeah, he
saves
does. He just
Martha.
brutally kills them. And also, I think
Fucking what
the
else is there to
warehouse
talk
scene is like
about?
one of the coolest fights in maybe any comic book movie ever. But it's
Really?
just, I mean, I think so. Like the actual fight choreography is really good. It's very Batman. Like it's super cool.
Yeah, I mean it was tight. It
But
was
then
good
Batman
for
throws that
sure.
guy against the wall, and they make sure to put the blood effect on the wall and put a
They
squishing
not
sound
just not
effect.
just the blood when he hits it, but the splat sound effect and the smear as he
Right,
falls
as
down
he
the
falls
wall.
down. And then
Yeah.
so that scene takes it down a notch, or that little clip takes it down a notch. And then when he saves Martha by blowing a man up,
Right.
catching him on
KG
fire.
Beast.
Um,
Iconic Batman villain KG
and then he
Beast.
looks at Martha and he says, "I'm a friend of your son's," and that makes me angry because no, you're
It's this
not.
just the stupidest shit. Yeah, because yeah. Oh yeah, you're a friend. Yeah, you're a real friend. You're trying to kill him, and then he says you guys have the same mom's name, and then you're like, "Ugh, I'll save Martha for you. Don't worry.
We're friends.
Martha's. I'll get Martha. Just fuck you, Ben Affleck. Go fucking drink Dunkin' Donuts and fucking sleep with women half your age. You
Beautiful big
fucking
titty
hack.
butt naked women just don't fall out of the sky,
Yeah,
you
like
know.
that's what I'm saying, dude. Go fucking star in Dogma again. Go star in Dogma 2.
Um,
Fucking asshole.
I
Send this
think
to someone who hates Kevin Smith. I mean Ben Affleck.
those two moments kind of take that scene down a little bit. But anyway, so while he's doing that, Superman flies back to the crashed Kryptonian ship in Metropolis, which they've rebuilt the whole city around.
Right. And he lands there and he sees Lex Luthor's there. And for some reason, he doesn't just instantly murder Lex
Man, that's
Luthor.
exactly what I would do. Now, I
Like,
know it wouldn't have changed the climax of this movie,
sure, it would have been exactly the same.
but you
But
laser
like,
that man.
what?
No, to be honest, pick him up and throw him into the sun.
Fucking split his ass clean down the middle. Hit him with the fucking the invincible fucking karate chop. Fucking use your hand as a knife type shit.
But he doesn't. So Lex gets sent to
No, because
jail.
he's woke. Yeah, Lex gets sent to jail so we can become bald.
And
And talk
Doomsday's
about
there, and the
bells ringing.
Doomsday
And
fight is so
Doomsday,
boring.
he's there. He sucks. It's nothing. It's just like there's no point in talking about this even really.
Well, I mean, we
Like,
have to because Superman dies. Like that's
yeah,
important to
okay,
the
yeah.
plot.
Superman, the spear that Batman was
And we
trying to
didn't
stab
we didn't
Superman
talk
with.
about
He
how
threw
how Clark
he
and
threw
Lois
it in
have
the
zero
water.
chemistry in this movie.
Oh God, they suck so
And
bad. They're
and the
just
end scene I think
nothing.
is my favorite example of that because it's supposed to be this
Yeah,
huge emotional moment where Clark says goodbye to Lois, and it's nothing.
it's nothing. It sucks.
Which,
Yeah,
but also he didn't know he was gonna die. Like it would be one thing if he knew he was gonna die by the kryptonite spear, but he doesn't. If
sure.
you've ever wanted a movie to nitpick, this is the easiest movie to nitpick because
This is the
every
nitpicking
detail
of movies,
sucks.
really. Yeah.
This is like CinemaSins' wet dream. Like
Ooh, banger. Yeah.
thanks. Like this is the easiest movie on earth to nitpick because no little detail of it makes sense.
Yeah, it all sucks and I hate it, but it's also fun
It
a
has
lot
some
of the
fun
times.
aspects. We didn't
It's
watch
got
the
a lot of
extended
fun
version, which I've
aspects,
heard is
right?
better, but I've seen it and I don't think it is.
It
But
wasn't really. It was. I mean, it's the same.
I
It's got
don't need an
a lot of
extended
really cool,
version of a
fun stuff,
3 hour
but then
movie.
most of it
You
sucks.
know, I don't give me an extended
Right.
version of a movie that's
I
3 hours
mean,
long.
what is this? The 4-hour Zack Snyder cut of Justice
No, we'll
League?
get there next week.
But we'll get there.
I
Um,
think overall, and then so the movie ends. I do want to talk about this because I
yeah,
liked it.
Superman dies, and then the dirt levitates.
Well, so they do 2 funerals. They have the Clark Kent funeral in
Right?
Smallville and the
Yeah.
Superman funeral in Metropolis. And I like that. And I like that Clark's body is with the it doesn't make sense
It's
for
with the
this version of Superman. This version's body would have been with the Superman, but
Sure.
I love that. Like that's such a fun little detail for doing the death of Superman. Like he goes home.
It is good. It's a very good, very Superman kind of thing,
Well, because
having him.
Superman's always been, he's more Clark Kent. It's the Smallville thing. Like
Right.
Clark Kent is the mask, not Superman.
Right. It's the reverse. Well, no, it's the reverse Batman gimmick,
Right, the
the
reverse normal superhero gimmick.
right.
Um, and I like that. Like
Nice.
that was quirky and fun. But there's a few things I love. I love the warehouse scene. I love the opening scene in Metropolis. I love the funeral. But
I
most of this
like
movie I just don't like at all.
I like I like when Wonder Woman just looks at the camera and says that Israel has a right to defend itself.
She does say that. Yeah, I saw that.
I thought that was pretty interesting. But that's Batman vs
Kal-El,
Superman. We
no.
watched it. Kal-El, no, Israel, no. Yeah.
Moses, no.
Wow.
That's it. That's Superman.
That's the movie.
That's
We
Batman v
watched
Superman.
it. Batman v Superman.
Next week we're
going to
be watching part
Justice.
1. We're going to be watching half of Justice League.
The first 2 chapters of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
And then
the blueprint.
We'll figure it out after that. But thank you for watching. It's been a great episode. I do think if I had to say, like, should you watch BVS if you haven't seen it before?
Mm-hmm.
I think personally, if you're a fan of comic book movies specifically, not comic books, if you're a fan of comic book movies,
I think it's very unlikely that there's someone out there who's a fan of comic book movies that hasn't seen BVS.
But
I
digress. You gotta say something.
I digress.
You gotta say something.
Go ahead.
I think you should, because there are a few things. This movie has.
Man, it's cool.
This movie has a very particular sauce that most other comic book movies don't have, which makes up for a lot.
It does. We didn't talk about the sauce of it all. Zack Snyder has that sauce.
Without Zack Snyder helming
shit.
this movie, without him being the kind of like the glue that holds it together, this is a much, much worse movie. If you apply the same plot to any other filmmaker, this movie is far worse because it's carried a lot by the atmosphere and the kind of the cinematography and the way it holds itself. And that's a positive. And I think it's a really interesting part of like comic book movie history, I guess.
Sure.
Because it's an outlier. Like even Man of Steel is in this, like Man of Steel is in the runoff from Dark Knight. Like it's that, like, we gotta make things gritty and hyper realistic and dark. Like it's just part of the runoff. Whereas this has a lot more of its own identity, I guess. And if that's your thing, you're going to really like it. I just personally, it doesn't resonate with me, but I can see why people do like it so much.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's cool. I mean, I like some of the Batman vs Superman, but what the fuck you know about
Cameras.
Superman?
Did nothing.
Nothing
at
not
all.
A goddamn thing.
We'll see you next week for Zack Snyder's Justice League Part 1. Final thoughts, Dan.
They made a second one. Thanks for watching.